G'day, hi, this is Julie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Neighborhood Noise today. The moment I decided to start videoing, I could have started any time during the day, but I took the dog for a walk. I was chatting with the neighbour and finally got into the craft room this afternoon to film a video, and I was thinking, why are there all these children in the street? Well, a new family has moved in and up the street, and it's a very small cul-de-sac, but they resurfaced it last year, and so it's got a nice, smooth surface. So they're all out there with their little scooters, and I'm thinking, why aren't they at school? Well, I didn't realise it was so late. It was 20 to 4, so of course they're not at school. I'm thinking, why aren't they at school, all these kids? Why is there all this noise? So, sorry, we may have a bit of kid noise. Anyway, we're doing Thrifty Thursday. I haven't done a Thrifty Thursday for a while. I haven't been shopping for a while. So I actually went last week, and these have been sitting in two or three bags in the hallway, and I decided suddenly today to do the video. I've got books to show you first of all, and then I've got papers and bits and bobs in the rest of the video. So if you just like books, then the book's going to be at the beginning of the video. Okay, so two simple little ones. I picked these up not because they've got anything exciting in them. I just like the cover. I mean, that will make a cute little journal. You don't really have to do anything, just add some lace or a postage stamp or something. It's already, in the vintage style travel diary. It's got, pages and stuff in it. I mean, obviously I wouldn't be interested in that. It's very white, but it does open quite flat. You could take some pages out and make some space, leave the pages in, and then, collage on them and turn it into a glue book or collage book or whatever. It would make a nice little double page. It's nice and square. So I'm thinking, and it's sewn, so I'm thinking you can just take out some pages, and yeah, that will make a nice little book. Quite happy with that. Same with this. So these are just 50 cents. This is another address book, I think, but it hasn't got any. I don't know what that was. Our stuff just fell on the floor. My room is an absolute mess. I don't know where all those papers came from, but they're all on the floor now behind me. So yeah, just a basic address book. Don't like the pages, so those pages will probably come out, and I just thought this would make a nice book cover. It's just really nice. Again, a good size for a double page spread. Gravitating to these little ones. I'd really like to make some small journals. I've really been enjoying working in the small Four Seasons journal that Lee sent me. So it's nice to have different sizes. I've got the big Lotta journal going and the Four Seasons small journal. It's nice to swap between. Pick this up. I don't want to make paper planes, I don't think. But it's just full of unusual, okay, I didn't see that part, but once you get past the instructions, that one's a bit odd. I don't really like beetles. However, you just tear them out. So anyway, there's just these interesting pages which they're a bit unusual, but the paper's nice and thin. I thought they might be good in an art journal type thing where you just want to put some unusual papers and maybe doodle, just have some backgrounds, but it's a whole book full of, I don't know how they turn into paper airplanes. I'm sure the instructions tell you how, but yeah, definitely could be used in art journal pages. You could gesso on them for collages. There's just some different pages, and they're nice and thin. A lot of variety, and they just tear out, so I reckon that's useful. I mean, some of them are a bit odd, but yeah, there's probably quite a lot of fodder here for steampunk, which I don't have anything for steampunk. But anyway, I thought that was okay for, it doesn't say. So usually children's books tend to be 50 cents or $1, so I wouldn't have paid a lot for it. Let's do this one next. So an Our Family History book, a bit damaged on the front. It just had photographs in it. So lots of pretend family, so which I think is a bit odd, because if you're doing your own ancestry, you wouldn't want pictures. I wouldn't think you'd want pictures of other people in there. Then they might think it's your own family, but it's not. So I'm going to cut these pages out. I don't have any of those, Tim Holtz paper dolls, old photograph type things. So there's some really sweet ones. It says wife's ancestral chart, and there's just, but I mean, I wouldn't want to do my family tree in here with all these pictures of other people. But there's loads of photographs in here, so I thought that was ideal. Small ones and large ones. Every section has a great photograph. So I don't know if I'll take them out or just leave them in the book until I need them. That one doesn't have a lot on the front. So none in the sections. Yeah. If I took all the photographs out, I don't know, Mum might be able to use this to collage on. She likes this. I don't like binders, but Mum doesn't mind binders because they open up flat and you can fit more things in. So I might take these out and give Mum the folder to collage in. I've lots of nice coloured papers in there, you know, where you do your collaging. They've got this nice yellow edge. It's quite nice. Family history with some really nice photographs. So I bought it for the photographs. Cute. Yeah, no, I think that'll work out all right. I'll use the photographs and see if Mum, I'll clean it up a bit, see if Mum wants the book. I don't know why it's got those holes there. Bit odd. Anyway, that seems all right. All right, so just got a few more bigger books. So I don't really need too many more children's books, but if I see one I really like, that's lovely, I'll pick it up. Usually it's just the artwork I like, if I like the artwork. So this is 1985. Yeah, the pictures are quite pretty and colourful. So although I really do not like this as a children's book. It turns up in every fairy tale book, and I didn't like it as a child and I don't like it as an adult. What a stupid concept. Don't get me started on this. It's ridiculous. A naked man walking around with no clothes on. It's like, no thanks. I just think that is a horror story for children. I didn't like it as a child. Sleeping Beauty in the Wood. It's nice in a autumn journal. Now we've got naked elves. Okay. What is it about having naked people? Rapunzel. There you go. Cool. So yeah, some nice artwork. It's nice and colourful. It'll look nice in a journal. So I go by, my children's books have to be artwork I like. This looks like it's been done in coloured pencil originally, so it's quite nice. I quite like it. So quite a lot of pictures. Yeah, it's even coloured pencil at the back. So what does it say for the author? Amy Ehrlich is the author, and Diane Good was born in New York City and studied painting and drawing at Les Beaux-Arts in Provence. Okay. So lots of lovely coloured pictures. So yeah, some pictures I probably wouldn't use, you know, when they're sick or dying or dead. I don't like that in my journal, but plenty of ones we can use, and I like the colourful artwork. Not that I've got any room for books, because I don't. Let's go through this one. Childcraft Dictionary. I think because the pictures were nice and small, I liked the artwork again. Rather, it's not very photographic. It's drawn, it's illustrated. So lots of illustrations for Marguerite Miller type projects where they ask for bubbles or braille, balloons. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you should be able to find things that you, unusual things that you need for Marguerite Miller. So in this, a book like this, but yeah, I don't have a lot of room on my bookshelf, but I will make room somehow. And then this is something I don't normally buy. I had to pay $10 for it, but I have a particular project in mind that I want to do, and it's funny, I should have done it for, well, I will be doing it for the Marguerite Miller, although I'm very late, and it could be that I've already done it because it's Thursday now. I'm going to be too late to get this video out on Thrifty Thursday for today, so it's probably going to go out for Thrifty Thursday next week. And it might mean that I will have used this book between today and next week. So you might see what I'm going to, you might have already seen what I intend to do with this book. So what my idea is, there's been, I mean, I'm not necessarily a fan or not a fan. I have no feelings towards Audrey Hepburn in particular. But I don't have a lot of magazines and things. So the reason why I went shopping was to look for things for image transfers on a gel plate. I'd never thought I wanted to do it, but I watched a few videos and I'm like, I'd like to give it a go. So I need some images. So that was why I went op shopping, or thrift shopping. So this is a 1993 book, obviously about Audrey Hepburn, but it just has lots of images in. These early ones are obviously black. I haven't looked at it all. I just flicked through it and thought, yeah, that'll do. And do I want to pay $10? It's a bit more than I normally pay, but when you get lots of bargains all the time, sometimes you have to pay a bit more for something more special. So to get these kinds of images, now I don't know if they're going to work or not, so I'll just have to pick one image and see if I can do this image transfer project on a gel plate, see if this kind of ink works. It's quite glossy, thinking it probably would work. I had no idea that that's what she looked like. I haven't really seen her as a younger person. I don't watch old movies, not a big fan of the old black and white movies or anything. It's 1950. I can sort of see that that's her there. 1952. So look at these, loads and loads of, and even if I do a gel print image on that one, I can still do the back of it. Not that I necessarily like that one, but it's got images on the front and the back. So many photographs to work with for image transfers. Audrey Hepburn as Princess Anne. Okay. So, you know, some really interesting images. See, with this one, when you use this on the gel plate, what I saw they do, if there's a big patch of colour like that that's just going to come out black, then what you do is, once you've got it on the plate, you then stamp on it, take away some of it. So you might put a pattern on there, or bubbles or circles or zigzags or something, and give it a pattern so that when it transfers, it's not just a big lump of black. So I really want to have a go and have some fun, more fun with the gel plate, doing other things. So look at this. I mean, I'm probably going to get a thumbs down because cutting up this book is going to be pretty difficult, even though I'm not particular, like, you know, a huge fan of Audrey Hepburn. And Mum, let me know if you are. I know your Mum likes to keep some books, you know, that might be special. So if anybody wanted to keep it, you know, I would. Oh, look at that on a journal page. So I would use that maybe as it is rather than as a transfer. Look at all the colours in the background. It's just, that's just gorgeous. So I think there's lots of fodder here for journal pages, image transfers, trying new things, lots and lots of fodder. You know, lots of people, other people do that kind of, I haven't done it myself, so it's kind of going into an area that I'll have to learn more about. But, you know, that's what I want to do. I don't necessarily want to just stick to things that I know or stick to things that I've done before. I want to try new things. I do get a bit bored doing the same thing over and over. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I just love it. I'm not too sure what happens if you image transfer colours. I'll have to have a look, because most of the ones I've seen have been black and white. So maybe the coloured ones I would use more art journal. So most of the photographs are taken when she was younger, obviously. I saw an interview about her once, or an interview with her, and she was older. She always wore, this is 79, she always wore turtlenecks, and something about she didn't like her wrinkly neck when she got older, so she didn't want anyone to see her neck. That's what I heard. She didn't like the way she looked. 83. Don't know what year maybe I made that up because there's her neck there, but 60th birthday in 1989. I don't know what year I saw at the interview. 1992. Maybe it wasn't that. I don't know. I saw it. Yeah, she died in 93. Oh, okay. Well, she doesn't look like she's very old. That was in 92. I thought she grew quite old. Oh. There's a biography of what she did. So she was born in 1929. So if you make that 30, yeah, she's only in her 60s. Well, that's really weird. I'm 64. Well, maybe I was thinking of a different actress. I don't know. But anyway, let me know, do you think that was worth $10? And would you cut it up? That is the question. And that is the problem, isn't it? So continuing on the same vein, as I say, the reason why I went op shopping was to look for things for image transfer, gel printing, and they use a lot of magazines. Well, I don't have magazines. I don't buy them and I don't keep them. The only magazine I get is Daphne's Diary, and it's not the right type of, you know, paper to do an image transfer, I assume. I haven't tried it, but it's matte, so I think you need glossy paper for the ink to lift off the paper onto the gel plate. I haven't tried it yet. It's a whole new project I want to get into. I'm going to go do it in the lounge. No, not the lounge, the dining room, in the kitchen, so that I can spread out and like spend a lot of time on it and get and perfect it. But this, the USA Between the Wars, well, I like the idea of that because I don't like too much stuff about the wars. So if it's between the wars, that's quite good for me. Got lots of these historical photos. Yeah, lots of interesting images which may or may not be used for image transfer. This might be more for collage. So yeah, lots of let's just flick through. Okay, boom. Apparently some matte paper in there. Unusual. Okay, I don't know what this is all about. In the back, is it the same magazine? Oh, it's a different magazine. So it doesn't match this magazine. What's going on? Okay, it's a different magazine. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be mostly black and white images, but you know, historical. There's definitely some interesting different kinds of images. Maybe I might use some to practice image transfer, and maybe some will be used for you know, collaging with. I'm not a big fan of black and white photos, although I have seen recently some that I really like other people have done, and I thought, oh, that looks really nice. You know, you put your black and white image on a colourful background and it really, oh, that's gross. Yeah, well, even though it's between the wars, there's obviously still some unpleasant news in here, so I will delete anything that flicks across really unpleasantness like that was. Yeah, so some nice stuff, some not so. Anyway, an in-depth study, you get everything, good and the bad and the ugly. Okay, so as I say, I was looking for some magazines as well, so I've picked up some magazines that I might be able to use for image transfer and colour. I don't know what happens when you use colour. I don't know how that works, so we're going to practice with some magazines that you normally from the op shops. You can pick these up for 25 cents. So I was just flicking through this and didn't realise I was on the wrong page. So this one's really glossy and shiny, so we'll have to see how this and it's got some matte pages in the middle, so that's nice for an art page, an art journal page. It's really interesting. I'd like to be able to try and create something like this. A little bit like you know, when you use the alcohol inks and you blow it. We're supposed to be doing that tomorrow. I'm going back to the oh, it looks like he uses it with a torch. Yeah, I'm going back to my art class tomorrow because yeah, my friend Jane rang me up, and oh, that's nice. You see, there's some interesting pages in here. It's like doodling. Oh, cool. Yeah, there's some nice papers in there that I wasn't expecting. I didn't look at the whole thing. I just grabbed it as a, you know, a magazine that's got images in it. I just don't have this kind of stuff, so I don't normally collage with it. Oh, look at that. Wow. Oh, well, I really love these pages that I've collected in here. Didn't even know I had. So there's a nice surprise for me. It's called Collective Hub. Issue 29. Oh no, it's Victoria. Okay, oh, it's Australian magazine. Okay. Don't know anything much about it. Never heard of it. Sydney and London. CollectiveHub.com. 2013. So that's 2013. Okay, cool. So I got that. I got this one just to get some different kinds of images. Obviously with National Geographic. Wow, they're colourful. Whoa. Very bright. Oh, it's got some vintage things in here as well. Well, what do you know? Who do you expect to find that in National Geographic? Vintage images. So, yeah, I don't know. There's also another technique which I can't do because you need to buy something from America and you can't get it. You get this liquid and then you melt your National Geographic. Apparently it only works with National Geographic magazines, but you put this kind of like a kind of an acid. It's a citric acid. Citriol. Citrion's a car. Citriol, I think it's called, and you can buy it in America. It's a cleaning product meant to come from the citrus, you know, citrus juice type of thing, which is a, you know, like a cleaning agent. And apparently you spray the citrione onto your National Geographic and it melts it into really interesting collage papers. And I really wanted to do that project too, but you can't buy the stuff in Australia. You've got to order gallons of it from America, so I can't imagine how much that costs or how long that'll take. So, and then there's another one, bizarre, just, you know, these are magazines I've never read, never owned, don't really normally get into them, but you know, there's all these kinds of images that I could, I don't know. I've seen other people do art journal pages. I mean, that's just kind of interesting. Art journal pages with these kinds of photos and stuff, which I've never done. See, that's interesting. You could certainly try doing image transfers with those. So that was why I got these magazines. So I've got quite a few. And again, as I say, they're 25 cents, so you can't really go wrong. You know, so it's a good way to practice some new project, like, you know, image transfer, and know that you can go to another op shop and grab another bunch of magazines. If you wreck these ones, there's always plenty of them. And then the other day, just yesterday, Mum and I went op shopping to her shops nearby her, and we didn't have a very good day at all. We got very little stuff. One thing we did get was this a big pile of these magazines in a plastic folder, where, you know, you order them, you know, you get like one every week, and so you end up with a big stack. So this was someone's collection. They had like, well, I don't know, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So there was at least 16, if not 17. No, 6. There was 16 of them. So Mum and I bought these for $4, and we paid $2 each, and halved the stack of these. Now I bypassed it. Mum found them. I had looked at something else on the same shelf, and I didn't even look at it because it was this green folder. It didn't look interesting. It had no picture on the front, but she looked inside, and there's all these magazines. They're English, and there's some is photographic, but some is watercolored. So yeah, and it's got birds and animals. Each one seems to be a different topic. So this one is the harvest hedge. So I didn't know how to separate them. So we just went, Mum said, just do yours, mine, yours, mine. So we just got the pile out of the book. Yours, mine, yours, mine, yours. And then that was what we ended up with. So there was no picking and choosing and all that kind of thing. So we just got a pile each. So they've all got birds and animals and butterflies. I mean, look at these. They're just absolutely beautiful. I'm pretty sure that Mum got one that's got butterflies in as well. Flowers. That one's double-sided, so you'd have to choose between one or the other. The yellow hammer. I did a yellow hammer in one of my projects. I'd never heard of it before. and suddenly there's something completely different in there. You know, I don't know, could look at image transfers as well. I don't know if this is the right kind of paper. So yeah, there's some unusual things in there. Seen that picture somewhere else. So yeah, cool. So this one's Rocky Island. Let's just flick through. It's obviously going to have more birds in it. Flowers, fish, okay, birds, and then there's watercolors. Not that I really want crayfish and lobsters in my collages, but they're quite pretty. We have an island with seals on them, just locally. They're protected, of course. No one's allowed to land on the island. The shells are nice. A bunny. I don't do photographic much though. So there's only a little bit of fodder here and there. So I might take the fodder that I want. Mum doesn't mind doing photographs, so I might just take what I want and then she can have the rest of the magazines back. Because I don't tend to use photographs too much. It's amazing, isn't it? Cats, a feral cat, and ducks. These trees are nice. They're nice and large, you know, for when I do my larger journals. So that's, you know, it's got some things in it I wouldn't use and some things in it I would use. The squirrel's really cute, but yeah, again, photographic. Although I have seen someone who colours in the photographs and it makes it look more arty. So, and then Woodland Glade, I was hoping this one, I haven't looked at these, but I'm hoping that I like this one. No, I'm not into insects. Mum will be glad she didn't get this one. Okay, see if there's something pretty in there. Well, some pretty flowers. I like those. Isn't the foxglove just a gorgeous flower? Love it. What are they? Germander Speedwell. Fallow deer. Oh, that's gorgeous. So, you know, in each magazine there's a couple of really lovely pictures, but there's lots of pictures that I wouldn't use. So I think I'm probably just going to cut out bits that I like and give Mum the rest, because otherwise it'll just be wasted. Common mussel. Oh, okay. What's this one? The Welsh Hills. Strange. Oh, look at the sheeps. Oh, cute. Yeah. Yeah, and then the village. Don't know what year this was. So this has got some older things in it. Look at that unusual looking nest. The house martin. Moths. Ornamental trees. Oh, they're nice. Look at the robin, that's so cute. So that, you know, they'll definitely get used in a project. Cute as a button. Not really into mice or bats. Oh, that's nice. So I could see that in a collage, no problem. So a few things I like, a few things I don't, but I think, you know, we paid $2 each. It's got to be a bargain, doesn't it? Pheasants. Oh, they're nice. Woodland mammals. Cute. Okay. And the last one is the open sea. Well, this one was the one that was the last one, and neither of us really wanted this one, so this one's just extra. We weren't really into these things. Octopuses and squids and cuttlefish. Herring and haddock, no. And then it had a lot of index stuff, so the interim index. Got some birds. No. See, there's not a lot in this one. This one's just an extra one. but we're not really. I mean, yeah, in the background that'd be okay. That's nice. So yeah, I don't know if I'd use that too much. Anyway, so that's all of the books and magazines done. The rest of the goodies are bits and pieces. Now, what I was also looking for, which is another video I want to do, is making or picking up things for mark making on the gel plate. So I saw this, get rid of the packet. It's obviously never been used. It was originally $3, but I said to her, well, look, I'm using it for craft. I'm not using it, whatever it is. I'm not too sure what it is. I think it's a hot plate thing, you know, where you put something hot on it. And I said, I'm not using it for that. I'm using it for craft. So what do you reckon? So I think she charged me $1. So, you know, is that going to work as a you know, putting circles into the gel plate? I don't know. It might need to have a base on it to give it a bit more structure. Or, you know, I can then use it in pieces as a stamper, you know, to press on the gel plate. You know, that's what I got it for. It was only $1. So a lot of the goodies I've got now are to do with making things for the gel plate, mostly. I've got some other things as well. So, but I also got this. I don't know how much it was. It wasn't. If there's no price, I always check. So it would have to be probably $1 or $2. I wouldn't pay any more than that. It's probably just children's art paper, but it's in a roll, obviously. But I thought that even if I just use it as under paper, you know, like you're underneath when you're working, so that it doesn't make a mess, you know, and then you can use the under paper as collage paper as well. Colourful. I'm not sure if I'd use that. It's got this tape on it. Oh, okay, it's got some tape which I can reseal it with. It's handy. So it's really nice paper and a really good size, you know, for covering your desk. And then when you're working, you know, you can use this to roll off onto. Or if you need a bigger piece of paper, like, you know, if I bought a bigger gel plate and the pages don't fit, you can cut the paper down to the size you want, and it's got a nice feel to it. So that's really quite nice. I like that. Let's put that back over here. I thought that was quite, you know, useful. I'll just bring over this little pile of goodies. I did also go to the craft shop. There is a little craft shop nearby. I popped in there and I think I just got these items. So I got some silver stickles, just because I don't think I've got that colour. They weren't very cheap. Silver stickles. So I don't think I've got silver. Pop those down there in the stickles box. This glue, I use this glue a lot, and she still has it at the cheap price because it's way over that now if you buy it in Spotlight. So I managed to get some more of the cheap price of this glue. I use this glue instead of Fabri-Tac, pretty much the same, and it's like 450 glue, but I think the new version of it is called 450, and this is the old version of it. So just have some more of that. You can get that at Spotlight too. If you're in Australia and you can't get Fabri-Tac, then that's your next best thing. All right, and then bits and bobs. All right, no, so from the craft shop, there was also this. I've never had any gold foil. I've seen Lee using it, and so I thought I'd have some. It's only $4 for some real gold foil, so I thought that was quite the bargain. So I popped that in with the gold paint up there. And Mum, we were talking the other day because she got some inks. Well, we were going to buy the gold ink, but we didn't know the price. When we got to the checkout, it was $20 for this ink, and so we decided that, you know, it was a bit of a waste of time for the occasional time that Mum would use it. But I did say to her that, you know, she was looking at getting either this one, because she sees me and Lee using these, and she thought, oh, well, I'll get those, but they're so expensive. This was $23 in Spotlight, and that was $20 in Spotlight. So you've really got, I mean, I use it a lot, so I'm happy to pay that, and I love this, but for the occasional time that Mum might use it, it's just not necessarily worth it, is it? You know. So I was telling her that she could probably use one of these finger daubers with this. So I use them all the time. You just stick them on your finger, and you know, it makes it, it's a nice small end, and you can have like one for each color. So anyway, so they were what I was talking about, Mum. $4 from the local shop near me. So is that all that is left? No, I've got another little pile over there. All right, let me get rid of some of these big items. One day I'd like to do a Harry Potter journal. So when I see Harry Potter stuff not expensive, I pick it up. So I don't know what it is. It's letters. Happy birthday. However, you know, it's got Gryffindor and all of the different houses on it, on the actual, so it's cardboard. So I thought that would be ideal. I just need to get a container now and start putting all my Harry Potter stuff in that container for one day, sometime in the future, and I can probably even use the packaging. It's got Harry Potter on it. Yeah, so I got that. Now, I also picked this up. I don't know what they are. I forget what they are. I like fancy knives, but being plastic, they've got a funny serrated edge. I thought they might make a cool pattern on the gel plate, maybe. So I just got them as a mark making tool on the gel plate. Only because it's cheap. They were $1. Picked up this, which, you know, it shouldn't really be for sale for $1. I don't know why I paid $1, because it's actually a lid. But I thought it would make a kind of a stencil. Well, I'm hoping it will, or a mark making. It won't be a stencil. I won't be able to go over it because it's too thick. But I should be able to press that into the gel plate and make a pattern. Hoping. So yeah, we'll see. But it's probably a bit expensive at $1, I have to say, because it's a lid for something. And then I picked up these doilies. I don't have any gold and silver doilies anyway. But I did also think that these might make nice patterns in the gel plate. So I'll take one away and try that out and see how they work. Yeah, so I was looking specifically for things that are going to make a pattern in the gel plate. So some of these, I mean, I would have probably bought those anyway, but that's why I bought those. And the same with this. So this is supposed to be room decor, but I was just wondering whether I can use these pieces and impress them into the gel plate to make a kind of a pattern. I've got a plastic backing. See, if I stick these onto a piece of board, I could make these into a pattern. I don't like birds in cages, but I could try to cut the bird out so he's not in a cage and just have the bird. And then there's all these patterns. So I just thought I could use that somehow. Not as it's originally intended as a room decor. You stick it into a picture frame or something, or you just decorate the walls with it. No, but you know, it's 3D. So I'm hoping again I can impress it on the jelly plate and it will create the pattern of a butterfly. Because I don't have any stencils like that. I mean, I have stencils, but I don't have, I don't know. Anyway, that's what I got it for. To experiment with. So that's all of those large items for my jelly plate. Oh, then there's these little pieces. These were also for the jelly plate. I think I just got these for free. They threw them in. They're just in the bottom of a basket. I thought they would work as masks on the jelly plate. They're, if I can even get them out. Where's a piece of paper? So yeah, when I'm printing, they're like snowflakes. So I thought that I could, you know, put them on, and then I can make a pattern. So like a mask. It's kind of a shame they've got those holes in them. 2 packets of them. Are they different patterns? Oh, it's 2 different patterns. I mean, I don't know what they're supposed to be. Anyone knows what they're meant to be. They're the same pattern or different? No, they're different. Okay. So I've got some snowflake patterns that I could use as a mask. That's what I was thinking. All right. But, you know, they were just free, so it doesn't matter if they work or they don't work. But I thought being plastic, they would work quite well. Because we need masks as well as stencils. And I don't have any masks, so that's kind of like my first masks for the jelly plate. Okay, and then the last few items I have were just bits and pieces. It's quite nice. I've only got black in this stuff, so this is that, you know, it's a string of it, so this is quite nice. Purple, and plenty of it, so I think that was worth $1, $1.50. Some purple sparkle and bling. What's this? Quilling paper. I don't really understand that. Why it's quilling paper. I've never heard of quilling. I know I've had some other quilling paper and it's really thin. Don't think I need the bag. Oh, okay, yeah, it is very thin. So it's really good for collage. If you want to have the, you know, that without the thick piece. It's got a nice texture to it. So textured paper and envelopes. Why it's quilling, I don't know. But anyway, I thought it was pretty good for $1 or $1.50, whatever it was. Oh, it doesn't have a price. I think it would have been 50 cents then. Usually when there's no price, they'll throw things out for 50 cents. Get the air out of that bag. Okay. All right, what else we got? What's this? $2. Don't think I like the box. It's all sellotaped up. Let's get rid of the box. What's this? I did have a little look at it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's kind of got a matte smooth feel to it. It's got these buildings in it. I think they could be quite interesting in collages. Some unusual pictures in them. So, but all photographic, a brain. Okay, not keen on that. Again, you know, your modern art journaling kind of thing, because I am wanting to experiment and go down a different track with some of my projects, so that it's not all, you know, vintage pretty Cinderella pages. You know, I might want to do something different, which may not be to everyone's taste, but you know, you've got to try new things. So there's all sorts of weird images in here that I don't understand what it is. Oh, what's the word? Oh, right. I played this on the computer or the internet. My niece got me into it one time. Actually, it might even have been my nephew. 4 pictures have one word in common. What is it? Okay, let's do one we haven't looked at the back of. So we've got watermelon, coins, pizza. So round. Oh, quarter. Quarter. Oh, well, I don't think of coins as being quarters. So a quarter of a pizza. Oh, quarter past. Quarter of, okay, yeah, I would never have got that. Okay, coffee and beans, boiled egg, and a soldier. We used to call them soldiers to dip in the googie egg. A clock at 7 o'clock and a sunset. Morning. Yay! Got one. All right, see if you can get it. So we've got cheese, mouse, cheese, and grater. Well, it's just cheese. Okay, that's too easy. Okay, we've got pirate. So dress ups, fancy dress, Halloween. They might call it Halloween. I don't know. I call it fancy dress, costume. Yeah, same thing. Okay. Tap, water. It's just water. Too easy. Money, calculator. So just money. Bank. Oh yeah, piggy bank. Jar of money. An actual bank. Oh, okay. And then I am a machine. Oh, okay. Birthday. Party. Oh. Clothes. Yep. Music. Yep. Some of them are too easy, aren't they? So, decoration. Yay! Ooh, honey. Yes. Fruit. Yep. Nails. Yep. Lights. Traffic. Oh. Oh, cute. pets. Okay. Balls. Yep. Ooh, smelly. Yep. Paper. Yep. Letters or vowels. Vowels. A, E, I, O. There's no U. Vegetables or food? Just food? Produce. Oh, okay. Rose. Red. It's just red, but they're not really very red, are they? Anyway, yep, I had enough of that. Some of them are easy and some of them are silly. Anyway, I like the pictures, not the game. First person to guess 5 right wins the game. I think I won. Alright, that's that little bunch of cards that I got. Let's so they go in here. That keeps them nice and tidy. And if you don't want to use the pictures, they make great tags. They're already tag shaped. Perfect. Got a nice edge. Yeah. So I thought they were ideal for whatever I paid for those. I don't know. Right, what are these? Party invitations. Just don't like packaging. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so really nice pink envelopes and some really pretty red and pink decoration. You know, collage in the middle, get rid of the you're invited, and yeah, very bright and boho. I could have put that on my boho page for my collage page, couldn't we? Definitely. That is your boho all in one there. So they're really nice. Mum found this. It's supposed to be 5 for $1, so it must have had a lot more originally. I'm going to keep the packaging because it's got all this Chinese writing. Adveined. What's an adveined? Handkerchief. But it's super thin. So if you want decorations on your collaging, some embroidery, without it being too thick, that's just super thin, super beautiful. I love that. We put a bundle of things on the counter, and it was $1 for the book that Mum was buying, and then there's a few other bits and pieces, these and this, and something else, this one possibly, and she ended up just saying $1. Well, I felt bad, so I gave her $2. Like I said to Mum, I like to be fair. I don't like to get too much stuff for free, because the whole point is it's supposed to be going to charity, but I do like it to be fair. So if they charge me $5 for something that's only worth 50 cents or $1, I just won't buy it. I like it to be fair. Anyway, I picked up this paper. It's very vintage looking. Well, that page was. That one page looks more vintage than that one. So some of it looks newer. Okay, so it's a thank you card when they've got a sympathy card. So I don't like the I don't need the sentiment, but you know, you can definitely use that for collaging, you know, and put something in the middle. It's just so pretty. So I love that. I think that's it. So yeah, lots of unusual bits and bobs today. Some pretty things, some things to use for jelly printing, lots of papers, some books and magazines, and some things to experiment with. So I'm looking forward to the experimenting video, which I'm going to be doing shortly. We've got a busy weekend. Of course, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Hope you have a lovely weekend. Oh, no. Well, depends. No, sorry. Last weekend. It's not Mother's Day yet for me. It's this weekend coming, but you guys might not see this till Thursday. So I hope you had a lovely weekend on Mother's Day. In America. I'm pretty sure it's not Mother's Day in England. Oh my goodness, I might just take out the whole Mother's Day reference completely. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.